好，再来录一下哦。刚解了一下，自己去解了一些支线啊，自己解一两个也没太多东西。再来就是我发现任务有点交汇了、哦。这个 Die Machine 这个任务啊，这个白痴战争学家保安叫我去机械处理厂干掉一个侦察兵，但是因为我从主线那边获得了一个女 NPC，她可以直接跳过战斗，让那个女 NPC 把这个机器修好，这样是跳过战斗哎。这个就是一个主线之间互相交互影响的一个很好的例子的互动啊，我觉得很不错。再来就是，主线任务要我把植物学实验室的电调到调里嘛，那我就可以才取得这个功率调节器。那要到地热发电厂去调离电力，在调离前可以先去找这个他们的那个逃亡者的首领讲个话这样子。然后这个任务又跟地热发电厂有挂钩哎，就是挂在一起哎。哇，这个主线的互相交互的影响很深哎，就是感觉是会互相影响的，然后都有交互的感觉。我们先去找这个吧。然后刚升级了一下我的枪支武器，就小小的升级。升级还有不用太多材料，就是花钱。可以先跟牧师讲。你的要求我给阿德莱德，就是那个逃亡者首领，带个口信，我到城里来，因为我要把他的电力给调走了。他们住在食物学实验室，在那之前，这个旁边我这个女的 NPC 也告诉我说，可以先去教会一趟。教会是哪一栋建筑啊？他说教会是唯一，是这个吗？
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass.
好像是这个，应该是这里。
I've always felt weird in here.
Our place in the universe is fixed.
可以跟牧师谈一下哦。牧师，我看到牧师了。
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
然后都要跟他谈，要找牧师聊聊，说不定会有什么新的进行方法，说不定。
Yes, what is it?
马克西，
You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town. They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No. How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands.
你是说咱回到正轨没错。
What would you like to discuss?
不想听他讲那些教会的什么心灵层面的狗屁。
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
愚蠢。
I see today we'll be conversing without metaphors. I'd guess her condition is incurable. It's unlikely to be fatal, but she may feel more heartache than most.
Could you maybe stop talking about me like I'm some kind of weird bug?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
智力哇，我不能选。你的建议是什么？
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
他也建议切断电力耶。
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
那是为什么呢？
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak,
玷污着翡翠
tainting a
谷收藏
collector's
家的
library
书
in
房。
Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption. I can assure you, you won't find another willing to risk imprisonment to possess this book, nor anyone willing to pay the price I can offer.
很有说服力。
Glad we see eye to eye. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here. Any progress on that matter? Please get it. What would you like to discuss?
好，这个牧师也建议就是不要起冲突，如果可以的话，还是让人们回来比较好。因为如果我觉得这个主线任务可能做错了，可能会把那一帮人都给干掉，有可能。在做这个任务之前，或者大主线应该是先去看看能不能用说服的方式把那些人劝回来，去看看吧。很远哦，很方便可以传送。真是方便啊！就我刚刚进去过了嘛，然后搜刮过了。玩具跟武器部件是拿来做什么的目前为止，我强化都只用到比特币。这我不进去过了吗？哦，是之前进不来的地方。啊，不对，有进来过啊。哦，我在猜武具跟防具部件可能是用来修装备用的了，我猜啦。哦，读会卡，读会卡。哎，我靠！哇靠，有陷阱！这里是有什么宝吗？为什么需要这样子？ 机快嗝屁了，害到他了，抱歉呐、不小心的啦，炸断一条手腿也没什么事嘛。没有怪吧？都是死人呢、掠夺者的尸体。基本上这种开锁器就是我的命啊！背包，我看到了什么东西啊？它是一个模组哎。增加负重上限哦。诶，增加消耗品。可以增加效果哎。肾上剂。这个是肾上的限制飙升哎。我什么东西很多可以放进去的吗？这是增加最大生命上限了。自然生命恢复，自然回血的。旁边有一个可以害进去的房间呢。看看看，这里面有什么宝？是不是？哇，有好多物资哎！哎呦，看一下，从公安部偷了几天部件之后，这及所需物品可以制造专属的飞行杀戮机器，并不可确定这些部件是否能安装在一起。它运转了几秒，他安装的机器把他自己给杀了啊！可怜。哇！这游戏有超多种武器的哎。等离子步枪。
Something you need?
我发现你总说起父亲，对母亲只字未提。
That's on account of how I never met her. It's hard to miss what you never knew. I don't ponder it over much. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here. Well, I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
意思是说，我有没有可能在之后的剧情里面遇到他母亲呐、还是已经死了之类的？这是一款真正的实况模拟器啊！ 应该可以遇到他们的长老之类的。Botanical Lab。狗狗。有人。
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
他们守卫。
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here.
这是
Move
逃亡者
along.
的那个营地。
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you. Aegea what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
谁还没有点问题？
Well, look at you, buzzing around the aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her. It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Hell's a wide place. She could be anywhere. Appreciate it. Honest. Over in the hothouse, tending crop.
庄稼。
I'll tell you what I can.
嗯，
Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
有一些对话会影响任务，会更新任务情报，
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own. Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
你还放在房间？
Little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about. What is it?
我要先帮他找到这个佐伊啊。格雷斯这个还不知道他可能已经死了。格雷斯整个营地里，斯特凡是佐伊最亲密的朋友。同伴任务。哦，哎，那个牧师算同伴吗？不是吧？佐伊哦，搜寻一下。是他朋友吗？
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
你可以卖东西。
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
你的商业技能等同于你对话的最高数值。开锁加5。对比有什么功能吗？ 在滴着血。好贵。
Something I can help? You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
我很想要只玩主线，可是遇到一个困境，就是说主线总会跟支线挂钩，所以有点挣扎。佐伊
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions. Zoe was always obsessed with this serial.
封面商
Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
奇怪的举动。
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd. The other day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day. Hey, I got time.
嗯，这个佐伊失踪事件啊，是他家吧？佐伊日记。 他去偷了肾上腺素飙升剂的意思吗？还因为偷东西然后犯罪了，被定罪了，然后被流放是这样吗？第22页。当你的命运掌管在手中，我一直在听格雷斯谈论。 入者中，一大帮狂野又无拘无束的强盗生活在山上的营地里，靠枪口为自己保暖。我一直在偷尝阿德莱德的食物，而且我还有些余裕的金枪龟罐头。如果拿几管上用飙升器，除了在那些诱者眼前画两下，他们会同意教他们。 类地性强盗女王佐伊发家的事故才刚刚开始，我会有一整个帮派的掠夺者，他去当掠夺者的首领了，是不是啊？到东边，我已经知道他的位置，好。植物学院呢？ 来的，我先去，哇，好远呢。先去把他救回来，说不定跟阿德莱德谈判的时候，会可以当成筹码哦。这些 NPC 也是真的够没有脑子的，明明就已经把那个佐伊，其实明明已经把他的所作所为跟打算要做什么事情写在纸条上。 但是那些 NPC 就是没有发现有人，这一定是怪，这一定要打掉的啊！这不能谈判吧？准备战斗啊！帕尔瓦蒂准备战斗啊！ 们从外面爆头，他们都没发现。巨强真爽啊！让我的这个同伴打前线，可是他会不会死啊？我记得他会死的欸。可是我一直在这样，我一直在虐杀他们的人，这样那个佐伊会愿意跟我谈吗？哎呦，这个很有趣哦。我是不是要一路杀进去啊？这都是怪欸。我靠，好多人！我靠，我靠，我靠！
No problem. I'll head over.
他被传回来了。
I'm going.
很多人呢，我的天哪！有没有不要战斗的方式的过关方式啊？
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
啊，机械体是这边出来的，对不对？那个老兵，神经病老兵一直在那边喊什么机械体是从这里出来的。
Easy.
Whoa!
好多人呢！我靠！
That had to hurt.
我听到左翼的声音呢。害我弟死了。
Right in the vitals. Ah, no encore.
我一直在旁边讲哎，啊，他怎么是友军？他是友军哎。
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways. Hey, me too. But mostly because I just had my second dose of Adrena time. I am so completely addled right now. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen. I'm great at clarifying.
诶，对啊，我不是干掉他，他可能还没有真正成为这些掠夺者的同伙啊。你是囚犯吗？
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit. I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it. I don't know. The vital processes that constitute the miracle of life are mysterious and unknowable. Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. Yeah, must be my natural charisma. I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself.
果然是这样子啊。
I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them. I've got all the time in Halcyon. Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
说服
I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me.
斯凡特，哦，这个。
Wait, you're telling me he's got a copy of the Mass Marketeer? Why didn't you say so? I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is going to be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
真是好说服哎，这个人。到处都有这个筒子可以打爆，只是我没有去选择去打。
Where are we headed?
这该不会一间间都可以进去搜吧？这里面有什么好东西吗？
Great work. What do you think you're
哎
doing?，
不要看到了。
Do what you want, I guess.
我被他看到了啦！跟我说什么事情呢？看来真的不能在他视线内偷，不能在 NPC 的视线内偷啊！要偷就要偷偷摸摸的。啊，你不是要回去了？小心我一枪崩了你！这里有很多门可以进去，要不要绕一下？我发现有些门我在解锁的时候已经不需要使用到零件了。看我看 NPC 在偷东西的时候很激动呢，还跑到你脸上来跟你对话呢。What are you doing？ 我靠！操嘞！ 啊，回去。解剖图哎，这是异爻。我不是都回来了吗？我还在震荡状态。我帮你把人找回来啦。
What is it? We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened anyway? You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble.
你知道的越少越好
Let。me know if I can do something for you.
同伴专场。我的什么装备已经损坏？哪一个啊？这个。怎么修理啊？太贵了吧？还那么多、哦？修啊，哪次不修？技能40点是什么？爆头伤哦，暴击伤害。 他现在这个2636，所以我到底是26还是36啊？ 应该是26啦，看的那个量表应该是26。加6帕尔瓦蒂什么意思啊？帕瓦蒂给我6点能力值的意思吗？说服，好，战斗兑换能力。当攻击属于该类型的目标时，他们会自动变得虚弱，什么意思？欺骗技能可用于对话中，并有几率触发正在攻击你的自走机械体混乱状态。同伴菜单 menu， 可以帮他选欸。提升我的，他在对我动攻提升我的工程学。这个人软趴趴的欸。给他工程学啦，可以再点哦，哦不行。好啦，去找那个阿德里德。我帮他把人找回来了，应该。他人回来了吗？有
Home is where the heart is. Marauders took that saying a little too literally. Got the strangest craving for Adrena time.
他人真的回来了啊，这是主线任务啊，这是阿德里德他们的头目啊。
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice.
这帮人感觉是好人。
Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
这帮人感觉是好人嘞。
That'd be the garden, dear. You're standing in a garden. Also fertilizer, so mind your boots.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobacco tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned. Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace then?
姐姐要做出比较关键性的选择哦。我可以说第3点是一个，我诚实一点跟他讲好了。
Make amends. Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
就会被我切断。你的叫我把你们的电力输送给他们。
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery.
真的有这选项
Sort
哦
of！thing a hero would do.
反向操作
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's
的
choice
确是如
comes
此
from.
啊，他讲的的确是如此。
You know that's true, don't you, Miss Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear. Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives. You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it. I trust you will listen to your conscience.
哇，这要做一个这么大的主线抉择上的矛盾哦。我也要么把那个电力从水岸镇调过来这个营地，让整个水岸镇都没有办法生活下去；要么就是把这里的电力调回水岸镇。但是不管怎么做，都可以达到我的目标，就是我要取得让太空船可以启动的那一个电力调节器嘛。但是我这么做就是跟整个城市在作对耶。可是呢，的确啦，我比较不喜欢水岸镇的感觉。如果因为尤其是那个李德，我感觉我不是很喜欢他的为人呢。但他拒绝回到水岸。这做其中另外一个任务可能就会失效。你两个任务已经都到了这个的，从地热厂发电厂调节电力，怎么做呢？我的伙伴有没有什么意见？
Yeah, huh? You mean about the mission being too clean? Sorry. I know it's none of my business.
我没有饮酒的习惯，以我个人作为那个个性的媒介。
It's not like I think it a failing, mind. It's just I live right across the road. Most nights I watch folks out my window. When they come in here, they might be happy or sad. Mostly they're tired. When they leave, they're mad at themselves. Or they stumble into the alley and I listen to their hearts breaking. Well, I'm one of them that can't. So I don't make a habit of drinking.
哇，这也是地热发电厂嘛？我要怎么做呢？看一下。我在此将本植物学实验室征作他用。 改为苗圃。足以有生命。密码绕过。麦克，这个是那个头目吗？这边的人正在自给自足。
Hey! What do you think you're doing?
被看到了啦！
Carry on.
他怎么看到我的啊？哦，声望会降低耶！天哪！看一下，看一下。逃亡者。哦，反正我挣比较多，没关系，没关系。 友善、接纳。我一旦把电力挪走，这个太空人之选对我的声望可能就直接负到一个底了。可是怎么看太空人之选的水岸镇好像比较发达的感觉。可是，哇，这是一个良心跟利益取舍的选项哎。鸡交谈跟鸡交谈，再晃一下啦，有没有什么可以影响这个主线故事走向的方式呢？你谁？
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
真的吗？这边碰碰就被他看到啊！离子切割器。门是可以关的，东西就不用怕被看到了。把伙伴关在外面，你要现在就快点。偷东西被发现就说是你偷的。谁把钱藏在那个拖把桶里面啊？
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Sure.
关门开偷。工作还在哪？
I'm going. On my way.
在工台拆解好像给的素材比较多。哎呦喂啊，先生是什么东西？改变一下好了，这是之前玩某射击游戏使用的习惯。
Keep your wits about you, friend.
好像到要做抉择的时候了。 热场，看这个任务在哪？先去帮他找书。好，我做一个断点哦，下一段我们来继续主线。然后呢，这个断点期间，我先去帮那个找到书啊。好，先断点一下。